Shouldn't the most absolutely highly trained veteran forces be taking on these kinds of tasks? And shouldn't Steven Seagal always have literally nothing to do with it?
Why the is Steven Seagal teaching people how to stop a school shooting? Yo, 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 yo! Today, we will have a look at some ancient bangers from John, aka Jontron. Let's have a look.
This guy, okay? Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal?
I don't know how he's been, the places he's been and accomplished what he's accomplished. I always just knew him as a 90s action movie star with the likes of Jean-Claude Van Damme and Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, beating people up.
The difference is...
Being awesome.
What proofs?
Steven Seagal he never had any skill or physical-like ability.
Putting asses in seats at the movie theater, generally not being batshit crazy afterwards.
You still fine?
Yes, I do.
You still dangerous?
There's still fine night, Gigi.
But Steven Seagal could not manage that last
He
bit,
is-
unfortunately.
He's in Russia right now. He's been in Russia for like 20
here you
years
have
now.
it. The many
He's just
sides
doing
of
Russia
this
around now.
fragmented man. May we try to
was
piece him
Gigi.
back together like Humpty Dumpty. He is
Put
kind of
the
the egg
pigs
guy,
and
for
back
being honest.
together. Shut the f up, man.
So Steven
What are we
Seagal is
doing here,
trained in an art
dude?
called Aikido, or so he says. It's basically an art where you just flip a guy. You just throw a guy. That's
It's
what
just
it
a
is.
straight up made up martial art. Yep.
Dude, I'd be
GG's.
careful if I were you. That's a dangerous man.
Why was bro propelled away like a gravity
But I'd be remiss
apparatus?
if I didn't point out the central aspect of Aikido, in which that it is a fakey fake, not real bullshit martial art. Ironically, if you look
Makes
at it,
sense.
most of the real skill here comes from the people pretending they're falling.
That is a skill. Yeah, it's like wrestling. It's like wrestling, except the entire country still believes in it. You know, it's not just 5-year-olds. It's these grown-ass teenagers.
So, that's probably a good sign of things to come. So you thought Steven Seagal was an action star, huh?
Get him, man.
Well, what about Steven Seagal, the musician?
Now you gonna have to see. I got $700, baby. Ain't you gonna
I know, baby.
It's quite
Ja,
easy to be
Roger
soul singing,
Burber.
you know what I'm saying?
Before I was born, you got a boy.
But the burger.
Fuck, it's like started soulful but ended with a
Damn,
threat. It was like, you
brother.
better watch your back. Literally, actually, seriously, watch your back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What the f- bro?
Okay, that one was
It's
straight
just
up
words.
gibberish.
It's just
I
sounds.
believe I
It's just
heard
sounds.
That's genuinely what I heard.
I'm Russian.
Perfect.
My family are from Vladivostok in Belarus.
He's
You know,
Russian
I'm a
now.
Russian Mongol.
Really?
I'm Russian. My father was a Russian Mongol, so these people are Russian Mongols.
Really?
That's right, it's real. That's Vladimir Putin shaking hands with Steven Seagal. How does it even happen?
What?
Was Vladimir Putin just like a fan of Under Siege or something?
Quite some time ago.
Oh my days!
I like to think Vladimir Putin just has no idea who Steven
What is
Seagal
this
is. He's
oval
just like,
shape, man?
okay, yeah. Who is this again? Foreign minister to Switzerland? Okay.
First, I'd like to congratulate
Why
you.
is he holding his
Mr.
passport?
Putin
Wait,
wants
this
you
is so
to know
weird.
that he thought you were the
Why is he
foreign
holding his
minister to
passport?
Switzerland, and he was mistaken, but he's going to go ahead with it anyway. Congratulations, Mr. Seagal.
Yeah.
My Jesus, act like you're at least a little happy to see him, Vlad. I mean, I know you're not in reality. Nobody would be, but at least act happy. I mean, for Christ's sake.
So there, at the bottom, we have to sign it.
Whoa, what's with the fucking gnarly thumbnail? You're gonna go and meet the president of Russia,
that?
and you come with the fucking crypt keeper fingers?
their
As you were
thumbnail, you
gonna be, like,
freak.
up close on television? What the fuck?
You're not
Vlad's,
a guitar
looking at,
player,
like,
man.
a gnarly thumbnail, like, please, I'm gonna have to shake that hand.
What is
There
that?
it goes. Ah! You
He's
see-
dying. GG's.
I'm weak.
So
GG's.
happy to see him again. That's all.
It's really been a pleasure. By the way, just saying.
I'm
huge
so happy to
fan
see him
of your
again.
annexation of Crimea.
What do you mean?
You are a great big fat man. Round, I thought was so strong, slim man. No, you're like a Russian
Round
But
man.
believe it or not, old Vlad is actually not the only Eastern Bloc president that Steven Seagal has graced with his presence, as seen here
What?
when he visited the president of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko,
Why?
at his official residence in
Oh
Minsk.
my god.
Because this, you can't make it
Why
up.
is this
brother. You
guy
can't make it up.
visiting all the presidents of Russia? Why?
So beautiful.
So beautiful. Days.
Fuck. Okay, you go to the White House, all right? You go to Downing Street, they're gonna give you a cup of coffee and a cake. Not so in Belarus, all right? You go to the Minsk Palace, all right? They're gonna shred you a couple carrots live. Look at this man.
Why
How
are
does
they
he look
all-
so out of place?
why are they
everywhere
all
he is?
shredding to-
Okay, look at that
shredding
posture, all right? That posture
carrots?
asserts.
Why is everyone shredding
I want my
carrots?
mommy. I'm lost.
Ria?
Steven, go
Yeah,
easy with the
that
fuck.
does look at
Did
carrots,
you
yep.
skip lunch? How hungry were you?
У нас природа не позволяет их возделывать.
He looks absolutely lost. He's like, yes.
Yeah, of course. Like, what the f is Big
Oh,
Russian?
it's time for the watermelons.
He's the most American ever.
Dmitri, good boy. Bring
In
Steven
Russia,
the
somehow.
watermelon.
Nice.
Check that thing out, all right? We don't have much
Yes,
of a GDP,
nice.
but check that out.
Nice.
That's some soil we got in my backyard.
Nice.
That's a nice. That's a nice right there. I will ask, is there any way we can get the cameras to be any louder, please? The cameras are not disturbing enough. Can we make the cameras even louder, please? The cameras are loud. Can you make them even louder, please?
Oh, I keep it. Oh, all right. Cool. We got. All right. Yeah, that's your thing. Watermelons, carrots. It's a bit fucking weird, but. But he's not only Russian, okay? He apparently had
Hurry
a
up.
brief stint as a cop or something on the New Mexico border.
Where?
I don't know what made him qualified
In New
for
Mexico?
such a position,
Really?
but somebody apparently thought it a good idea to hire him, which is why we are now going to be treated to a video titled, and I quote, Steven Seagal trains Americans how to stop school shooters using
Oh
guns
my days.
and martial
Oh my-
arts. Good luck stopping a school shooter
does
using
this
martial arts,
even
I'm just
happen,
saying.
by the way?
Stop, boy!
How does this even happen?
Oh! That was a high caliber round!
America's war on gun crime is being fought on many fronts. But now the world's most powerful country has a new
America's
weapon.
war on gun
Yes,
crime.
all-action hero, Steven
Right,
Seagal.
What?
Is this America's war
The
on
other
gun
siege
crime?
star took time out from the bright lights of Hollywood to train posse
Oh, my
volunteers in
days.
Arizona.
Posse volunteers? What do you mean volunteers? I thought these were cops. Wait, better question. What the fuck is a posse volunteer? The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office
Pussy
volunteer
volunteers?
posse consists of non-compensated positions made up of people from all walks of life who want to assist law enforcement as a way to give back to their community. Now, is school
Oh,
shootings
my
really the
days.
proper domain for the volunteer contingent of society? Shouldn't the most absolutely highly trained veteran forces be taking on these kinds of tasks? And shouldn't Steven Seagal always have literally nothing to do with it?
Yeah, you're not doctors and lawyers, you're
It's
cops
true,
right
though.
now.
You take that Hippocratic oath.
Why
you
the
scrunch it up.
Why the f is Steven Seagal teaching people how to stop a school shooting?
Put it in the trash. You're here to shoot the child, but only the child with the weapon.
When you yell at somebody, get down on the ground, they gotta do it. If they don't do it, you gotta make them comply. Quick. For every second that
Arm
goes by,
calendar, yeah, that
you're
makes sense.
losing
Makes sense.
children.
I like how Steven Seagal, you could see him just for a moment there calculating the optics of talking about mounds of dead kids. For every second that passes, we're gonna be losing children. That's good, right? It's good for the TV.
The most precious asset we have as a society and as human beings is our children.
Which is why I've come here to this playground to recapture my youth.
Oh my god!
But he's a dangerous youth, don't get me wrong.
Jonathan
You boy
Brown!
of 12 with a shotgun. Unhand your weapon. Don't make me do this.
Oh, it's
Son
Jim.
of a bitch. If they think they can keep extorting the children of this community with 10-cent price hikes on SpongeBob Pops, well, they're dead wrong.
It turns out, pretty cool guys, actually.
But not everyone
What the
agrees.
f is he
It's the
eating?
brainchild of controversial Arizona police chief Joe Arpaio, dubbed America's toughest sheriff.
I'm going to say it again.
America's
We are
toughest sheriff.
here
Okay.
to protect the children. That's the main mission. They can say whatever they
what
want.
the f is the
But I'm not going to
American?
stop.
And with a 6'4", 7th dan black belt as his sidekick, who would disagree with that?
What?
How long has,
Oh
has
my
Steven Seagal been
days.
standing behind me? Why is Steven Seagal standing
Hey,
behind
he's
me?
standing right there.
But if that weren't
Monica.
enough, he had his own series called Steven Seagal Lawman. I've been working as an officer in Jefferson Parish for 2 decades under most people's radar, said Seagal in premiere episode The Way of the Gun.
Really?
Okay.
Once a year, every officer has to qualify with firearms in order to use their pistol on duty. And next week is Alex's test. See how it goes right where I want it?
Yes, sir.
Right there.
Now, most people don't know this, but when the bullets are in the gun, okay, watch closely.
Such a fetish. Do you see where it goes right where I wanted? Oh, so you wanted it to miss.
Did you see that? Most people don't know that.
If I don't pass weapons
Right
qualification,
where I
I'm afraid
wanted, by
Mr.
the way.
Skull's gonna hurt me. Really, he's a scary man. He's an intimidating man. He's also, if I could use a turn of phrase, off his fucking rocker.
I'm trying to pass down some of the secrets that have made me a master shooter. I don't want to just help Alex pass this test, but I want him to be a better
The
marksman.
master shooter,
That's
really
kind of
now.
the idea, isn't it?
Both in the same hole, buddy.
Good luck, chap. Not through the bullet hole. It's a failed test. Nice try.
Oh! Guess who's buying beer tonight, boy?
Damn. I guess it's me. I guess I'm buying beer. Damn. That's Steven Seagal's whole racket, isn't it? He just tells someone to do something impossible. They can't do it. And then he goes, hey, oh, look who's paying my mortgage this month. Ha ha!
cheese for all right there.
Cheese for all right there. Cheese for all right there.
He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to put lead on target.
Lay it on
What the
Paul.
f- get that
For
mop.
fuck's sake, dude.
You know, being a lifelong practitioner of the martial arts, I try to teach everyone not to fight
A
the recoil of the
lifelong
weapon,
practitioner, really
but
now.
more to become one with the weapon.
Oh,
and let
wait.
it be.
Oh, backstory in Steam Seagal's life.
He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to put
a little steamy
lead on
strangler.
target.
Lay it on Paul.
Backstory.
For fuck's
Here we
sake,
go.
dude.
You know, being a lifelong practitioner of the martial arts, I try to teach everyone not to fight the recoil of the weapon.
That right there is the standard semi-automatic or bolt action 22 long rifle pistol. When I was getting my my handgun license in Norway, we were using this gun.
But more to become one with the weapon and let it be an extension
So
of...
it's interesting that he's using it. It's literally like the beginner gun, you know, like the little girl gun.
their body.
Which is exactly why, in case you were wondering, my hands look like this, okay? When they said firearm, I didn't know they meant it literally. Yeah, no, but I do miss eating food normally.
Buyer barm. Did you?
After what I seen today, he could take a gnat off a fly's ass.
What?
You got the Asian kind
What?
of Zen lesson. You're not doing this anymore. You're doing this.
Okay, we were seeing a lot of this kind of movement, right? Now, we're seeing a bit more...
From the time you started till the time we finished, I felt like he learned something.
Good. See, I believe that was the point, I think. So, good. All right, okay, so we've heard about
Yep.
Steven Seagal, all of those things. But what about Steven Seagal, the man? You know, the person, the human being behind it all. We always ask, what is Steven today? But we never ask, how is Steven today?
He's a Russian asset. He's
Right?
a
So
Russian
let's watch
asset.
an interview with the man himself. It's an interview he did with The Voice. Should get a little accurate
Oh, my
representation
God.
of who he is, right?
Welcome to Scottsdale, Arizona. Welcome to The Voice Versus. Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Chiavello.
I'm glad you said your own name, mate, because I wasn't going to be able to pronounce it.
So sit back and strap yourselves in for the longest interview
Sit
ever
back,
conducted
relax.
with Steven Seagal.
Before he got distracted and left, okay? We had him in that chair for like 26 minutes straight.
Steven Seagal, thanks for joining me on The Voice Versus. It's an absolute pleasure.
And here, give me the hands.
Pleasure to meet you.
What the?
Yeah.
How did it come to be Aikido that was your chosen art?
Well, actually, I started studying karate at a very
Don't
young
say it
age.
like that, man. The whole karate.
Don't hurt yourself, dude, all right? We don't want smoke coming out of those ears. This is your longest interview ever. We're only about 15 seconds in.
Sort of lied about my age and got a job washing dishes at a
Really? You lied.
restaurant. I think it was
Really?
called the Wagon
You
Wheel or something
lied.
like that. And there was a cook there, because back then in America you didn't really have dojos around.
I was working at this restaurant. Don't remember the name of it. There was a cook there, but back then you didn't really have dojos. Right. Understood, Steven. Understood.
They were all sort of underground or quietly teaching.
Okay, back then it wasn't sanctioned, okay? It wasn't exactly legal. Bit taboo. You go on the street, you say the words kung fu, all of a sudden you're in the back of a SWAT van.
One of the cooks there was a guy called Sakamoto Sensei, and he was a Shotokan guy and an Okinawan Shorin guy.
In short, this guy was a guy.
He saw that when I was
This guy was
washing
guy.
the dishes and moving around that I moved
This
very
was guy.
fast.
Hey, that guy back there. Is he a karate master? No, he's just a dishwasher.
His name is Guy.
How exactly do you wash a dish in a fashion that will impress a martial arts master?
He's literally doing the wax on, wax off thing. To this. GG's.
We demonstrated karate at this place that they had, which was a theme park, like a Japanese theme park.
You know, it was like a regular theme park, you know, like with roller coasters, except it was Japanese.
You did an Aikido demonstration and Warner Brothers was blown away and boom, Steven Seagal became a movie star. Is that true? And if not, how did it happen?
I hate to admit it, that is
Really?
true.
Okay. You met Bruce Lee.
True,
Tell me
James
about your
Coburn.
experiences with Bruce and what was he like and how did you get on
Really?
with him?
I thought Bruce was a really great guy, really cool guy. And I thought James Coburn was a great guy too, and I'm really sorry they're all gone. And
They're dead?
when Brandon was killed like that, they called me a few minutes after it happened. It was in Carolina somewhere. They called me in the middle of the night and they said,
What were they calling you?
You think it'd be more like,
Wait,
Steven, but it was a...
we think that he's
Steven
dead,
Seagal!
but the guy shot a blank
died!
gun at him.
The son of...
How could he be dead?
Steven, we need to talk to you, dude, okay? We shot like a blank gun at Brandon Lee, and now he's like bleeding from the stomach and dying, dude. Why is he dying? What do we do? No,
Yeah,
we
why
gotta
would they
call
call
an ambulance.
Steven
We're calling
Seagal?
you, dude.
I said, you will find a projectile in him. You'll find a bullet in him. And they said, that can't
What?
be. You're crazy.
Steven,
the
what are you
f-
gonna
are
tell
you
me?
saying
Pigs
right
are
now,
flying
sir?
next, okay? All we did was shoot a gun at him. We're gonna find a bullet. Why did I even call you instead
You
of
will
paramedic?
find
And I
a
said, you will
projectile in
find a
him?
bullet in him. And they called me in the morning. They said, you're amazing. And I said, why? And they said,
Brandon's dead. It was a bullet.
What
You rock,
Guys,
dude.
what
I
is
can
this
go through the
story?
whole story on what really happened, which most people don't
They called me asking about information about shooting someone?
know. But
I could go
What?
on all day telling about bullets and my friend. You don't want to hear that, but do you? Because I'll keep going.
Who's the most
But
legitimate
do you?
Hollywood tough guy in your opinion?
when you say tough guy, do you mean martial artist or just tough guy?
You can tell just like right out the gate, he's like, it's Steven Seagal, but like I thought you knew that, so like, are you asking for me to confirm it's Steven Seagal, or are
What?
you really curious? Because it's pretty obvious.
I mean, Steven, for real, if he was on the street and there was a situation, you wanted this Hollywood guy by your side because he could defend himself.
Fucking hell, look at this
That
guy's
smile.
shit-eating
That
grin.
Smile.
Michael
Look
Jai
at that grin. That's eating
Can I
grin.
laugh in your face?
Can I laugh in your face? Really?
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 Oh my
Yes.
god.
Thoughts on Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Can I laugh in your face?
Oh my god, Steven Seagal is such a dickhead.
It's so funny because Jean-Claude Van Damme, if like he actually has training in martial arts, while Steven Seagal has zero training in any practice.
Chuck Norris?
I mean, Chuck is in his mid-70s. He's probably 76 years old.
I don't think anyone with a sprayed-on hairline has the authority to be going around calling anyone else geriatric. Oh, that's Chuck Norris, all right? Last I seen, he was using a walker.
So, I mean, I don't really want to get into, on film anyway, you know, who's a tough guy. Do I think Michael is a tough guy? No. Do I think he's a martial artist? No. Do I think Jean-Claude's a tough guy, martial artist? No.
Only one guy left who could be the tough guy. This guy's response on the other end, it was just...
Are you always armed?
You're right.
Yes.
You just...
Right now, if I was to look around this room, would I find an arm of some sort that you've brought with you?
Yes.
Thank you for joining us on the show today, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Steven Seagal. Thank you, Jontron.
Guy.
Thank you, Steven Seagal. Thank you, Jonathan Tron. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching, as always. You guys are the best. I love you guys. Bye-bye.